Yes, hello my friends. I hope you're having an amazing weekend. I was thinking about our video this morning, looking at the headlines, and I knew it was not going to be an easy one. We have Donald Trump, yay. We have Nick Fuentes. We've got to talk about all of them, cram all the names into one headline, and see if our YouTube censor executes us immediately. But we're going to try it. We like to live dangerously, as they say here. But that's the story. That's really the only thing that anybody's talking about today. All over the news, all over the media, New York Times, Washington Post, Axios, Politico, White Nationalist, Donald Trump dinner. Dun, dun, dun. And that's apparently true. Apparently there was a dinner between Kanye and Nick Fuentes and Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Now there's more to the story, obviously. Turns out that Kanye was invited. He was supposed to be there, and he showed up with his entourage. And Nick Fuentes was somebody who was a part of that. And everybody is saying that Trump didn't know who Nick Fuentes was, which is a little bit of a surprise because I know who he is. And I think many of you probably know who he is. Now, whether you could point him out at a dinner or how that whole thing worked, I don't know. Oh, hey, Kanye, who's this? It's Nick. Oh, hey, Nick. You kind of see it? Or maybe you just go, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure who that was. But regardless, the dinner happened. It was confirmed by many people on multiple sides. Trump posted about it on Truth. He said it was a very short meeting. They had dinner, and then they flew to the airport. Very short. And Trump said, I didn't know who he was. He was there with Kanye, and that was it. Not much there. Nick Fuentes, there's another clip of him going around. He responded to all of the news, all of the stories. And he's confirming that, yeah, he was there. And Trump was there, and Kanye was there. And he actually was corroborating some of the details of the story, that they had a conversation about Trump and his speeches, and Fuentes was telling him that he didn't like it when he was so, presidential, sort of buttoned down and on his best behavior. Fuentes was saying we liked it when you deviated off script a little bit and you were just more authentic. And so all the headlines are saying, Trump was enamored by this guy, or if it's Trump favorable, piece, they'll say that he wasn't aware of who this person was, but everybody's basically confirming that this dinner happened. And so this is one of those errors that sort of feels like it's very, very unforced. And in this game of politics, it's not even really what is true, right? And Trump knows this better than anybody. I mean, he's been on the receiving end of this for a long time. All they need is just a headline. All they need are a couple bullet points. That's it. None of the rest of it matters at all. We talk about this a lot in business, actually, at our law firm, where if you get frustrated with leading people, you say, I told them to do all these things and they didn't do it that way. Well, maybe it's because you weren't a good communicator. You didn't convey your message well enough. You said something that they didn't hear. They heard something differently than what you said, right? There's a disconnect there. And so the only thing that matters in those positions is what they heard. It doesn't really matter what you said. It matters what they heard and how it was received. And so Trump, right, he could have had the best intentions, not known anything about this, not realized it until it was too late. And there are some stories that he sort of got uncomfortable, that he got a phone call, somebody tapped him on the shoulder or something, and then the conversation changed, that his demeanor changed. He sort of realized, uh-oh, I've been had. And then it seemed like he tried to hurry them out of there, is what the reporting says. But, it's just an unnecessary position to be in, and you don't know if he's got handlers who, vet these meetings, or what happened here. Some people are speculating that he's being set up, that people are funding this and they're trying to derail his campaign from the very beginning. just say, yeah, just let Nick go sit there, see what happens. You know, he'll never know. People saying on Twitter that some of the billionaire groups are backing efforts like that and sort of beefing up Kanye or enabling Kanye to create, you know, additional division. Don't know if any of that's true, but there was a clip from Fuentes that was reposted by Ron Filikowski, and he is a big lefty. He's a Ukraine flag in the name portion of your Twitter bio person, or at least he was. And he said, he actually clipped out a version of a live stream from, good morning, from one of Nick's streams. And I think he's been basically banned from everywhere, so I'm not sure, you know, where the full statement is, but clipped, and it sort of feels like he's saying that Trump's era is over, right, from the clip. And this clip is on Twitter, and so a lot of people in the media are retweeting this. Byron York is one of them. You know, he said, oh man. Okay, again, whether this is true or not, he said, oh man, Fuentes is abandoning Trump. Fuentes is saying Trump's era is over, and that even Fuentes, who is like an ardent Trump supporter, is abandoning ship and changing gears, going over towards DeSantis. The clip makes it look like it's DeSantis, but he might actually have been talking about Ye. I mean, he was traveling with Ye. Ye has announced he's running for 2024. Ye evidently even asked Donald Trump if he would be his vice presidential candidate, which apparently, you know, didn't go well with Trump. So, you know, you can see how this whole thing can just go right off the rails. So a lot of people are asking, why Trump even take the meeting in the first place? You know, it's kind of an unforced error. He didn't need to do that. But the stories are all, you know, white nationalist dinner. It's not anything like, you know, oh, Trump was ambushed by a surprise guest, or there was something unexpected that happened, and after it was learned, the dinner was ended immediately. You know, we didn't see anything reported that way. It's all everywhere. White nationalists. And if you know, look at some of the top articles, you go to the different websites, and most read, it's all about this meeting. Because a lot of these different, right, these people, Kanye, for example, you know, he posted a campaign video in response to this, basically trolling Trump. And so I think Trump thought that these people were going to come to sort of support him, or to, you know, kiss the ring, so to speak. That didn't happen at all. Basically, Kanye came back out and said, yeah, I asked Trump, you know, he sort of was subjugating Trump a little bit, saying, I asked him to be my VP. And then Trump said, you're not going to win if you run. And then he said, watch me, you know. So it got contentious there. So you've got his entire following, which is massive, not inconsequential. That becomes fractured a little bit. You know, there was a lot of narrative, and I never really bought this. There was a lot of narrative that Trump was sort of trying to dog whistle, you know, certain contingents of the alt-right. Remember, they were sort of saying that everything he did was like this racist dog whistle, and he refused to disavow people and all the things. And so now they're going to demand that again, right? They're going to, Trump put a statement up on Truth saying, I don't know who Nick Fuentes is, never heard of the guy, didn't know who he was. And so don't hold me accountable for that. I mean, he didn't say that, but he basically just said, I didn't know him. That's the end of the statement. My point is, I don't think that's going to be good enough, right? The media is never going to allow that to go. So they're going to ask him
is your safety.
to disavow, right? Same thing we saw in 2016. Do you disavow the Proud Boys, or do you disavow this group or that group? You know, all of the different people. And that's by design. It's to create a wedge. Hi there. It's to create a wedge between the different groups. And Trump didn't want that. I think that he wants people to come and build together this coalition of individuals. But that's not happening if more and more people are finding themselves sort of put off by their meetings with Trump. So Fuentes came out and he said, well, they want more of a fighter. They don't want somebody who's sort of moved towards the center, become a little bit more well-behaved. Right? They want that firebrand 2016 Trump again. And we're not sure that that's coming back. And if that's the case, where are those people going to go? Where's everybody else who wants that? But there's still plenty of time. The primaries are a millennia away, and there's a lot of runway left on the game field. You like how he mixed those little analogies? It was a construction zone. Don't judge me. Okay. That, my friends, is it for the headlines on the day. We had a lot of activity there. There's basically the only real headline that's out there is that one. And everybody's taking a break, which is a good thing. I am going to move heavy objects around for a bit of time. I'm navigating all of the activity down here. Everybody's dressed up again. We still don't know what for. But I promise I'm not going. I don't have a costume in this backpack. I swear. But I hope you're having a great day, my friends. Wherever it is you are, getting some fresh air, some sunshine if you've got it, some greenery, getting that blood moving, and making it a great day. I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.